Who pampered you when you were spending time getting better? 020 722 4200. Let's go back to the phone. Sarah's in Red Hill. Hello, Sarah.
Oh, hello there, Joe. Yes, I texted in to say that when I visited my mum in a hospice, probably about 20 years ago now, I'd entered literally the ward and I saw her having her hair set by an auxiliary nurse, you know, one of the nurses in the brown check dress.
Yes, yeah.
And it was she was chattering away about everything.
Oh, gosh, that would have raised your spirits as well as hers.
She looked like my mum for the first time in months.
Yes.
You know? And 2 years later, I became that nurse. I worked in a hospice and then went on to work in an elderly ward of the local hospital.
And Sarah, do you think it was witnessing all of that, seeing people looking after your mum, that inspired you to do that?
Definitely it did. It definitely did. And you know, just to make a difference to someone like that.
Yes.
When I worked in the elderly ward later on, it used to break my heart to see people. There was nothing in their lockers, you know, because they had no visitors. There was no nice cream.
I can't believe. I mean, that's just. It is interesting when I've seen, well, like you, I've been, you know, my mum's been in and out of hospital now for about 3 years, and it's quite extraordinary. Some people who are surrounded by visitors every single visiting hours, and others who just, whether through choice or maybe it's circumstances, they just don't have anyone left. Because if you are in your 90s, your best friends are mostly gone, and if you've not had kids, you may have lost your partner, and so that's it.
Yes, certainly. I mean, I've certainly heard of many cases of elderly people who had lost touch with their children, where there've been, you know, difficulties in the past, and a lot of elderly people do end up estranged from
And do you think that, and does nobody tell their children, or do they just choose never to let their children know?
I don't know.
Because how can you... I don't understand warring between families. How on earth would you allow that to happen? Wouldn't you just say, listen, you know, blood is thicker than water. I forgive anyone for anything, especially if someone's having their last months in hospital.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But it's so often the case.
Shocking. Well, they've got to live with themselves. That's all I can say.
I guess.
Shocking. Are you still working in nursing?
I'm not now. I've moved on to other things, but I really enjoyed that. I just did it at the weekends when my children were little, and then went back to proper work, you know, once they were older. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Look back with fond memories. All the lovely elderly people that I met, and young people in the hospital.
Well, I bet you changed their lives a lot as well.
I hope so.
Is your daughter going through a tough time at the moment?
She's due to have chemotherapy, so yes, that will be within the next little while. Yeah, she is, and she's got, knowing her, she's got everything lined up, mate. I tell you, they'll be queuing. I've rung about to you about her before. She'll have everything sorted, you know.
Oh, Sarah, I know who you are now. Yes,
it was the grandson with all the training.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So when you say she'll have everything sorted, what, she'll have manicure, pedicure, hair dry, back massage,
all at reduced cost. You know,
good.
Sorted.
Oh, that's my girl, a woman after my own heart. Sarah, it's good to speak to you.
Okay, Joe.
Thank you. Oh dear. This is from Matt, who's also spent lengthy times in hospital. He says over the last 3 or 4 years, battling blood cancer. This is our cycling courier. I mean, he is absolutely extraordinary. Looks younger than his years and cycles against the elements around London every day. And yes, he's battling blood cancer. He says, my very condition had me secluded in a private room on each occasion. Yet while the privacy was welcome, especially when I was too ill to accept or want any visitors, the double-edged sword was that apart from regular op checks, I was pretty much left alone. During that time, I was in hospital for 10 weeks, and for the vast majority, I wasn't allowed visitors due to the condition. I had no razor with me, so I couldn't shave, and my hair, which I always keep short, grew very long, and it made me really depressed. Yes. But it's making my mum depressed. I mean, she's actually going to have it cut this weekend, but it's made her, more than anything, more than the aches and the pains, it's just not having her hair cut. He says, so the offer for a haircut or even simply a razor to make me feel relatively human would have been a godsend. And if you've got no friends allowed to visit you, Matt, that must have been awful. So none of your friends were allowed in, so they couldn't do it. He says, fortunately, the short period I spent in hospital over Christmas 2 years ago, I remember that, I went prepared We call that the year of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He said, I went prepared and had plenty of manicure comforts with me, and the visits from 3 amazing friends, including the wonderful Steve Pitron and Robin from Battersea, made all the difference to my stay. Moreover, to answer your question, who would shave me? I have absolutely no idea. It has never been offered by hospital staff, although I suspect Robin from Battersea would have done it. Steve, however, would have been more reticent. Steve brandishing a cutthroat, can you imagine? Sadly, the writing on the wall means that I may be heading back to hospital for treatment after I return from South Africa, though I'm hoping it's just an outpatient. However, if as an inpatient, pampering care will be the first thing I will ask for, and I will come and give you a manicure. That is a promise. Absolutely I will.